नमो नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमः वदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्याय नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्यदेवाय गोब्राह्मणहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः।
हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण। शृण्वतां स्वकतः कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः हृदयन्तस्थो हि अभद्राणि विदुनोति सुहृत्सताम्। Okay, so now we're reading the 17th chapter of Canto 1. So, can we all mute, please? Okay, thank you. So now, in the discussion so far, we discussed about Dharma and Dharani's, um, exchange of topics with respect to religiosity, right? So we understood what is the actual religiosity propounded by the Veda Shastra and expressed by Dharani. And we also understood how, as time advance, religiosity has been declining. Okay. So, this is the most important aspect of that discussion that came as conclusion. Now, after that, we start with this chapter. So, if you look at this chapter, the entitlement is called Punishment and Reward of Kali, right? So, the most important topic was, or the point to be consideration for this discussion is, we recite this sloka. Go Brahmana Hitaya cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. For the Lord, the cows and the Brahmanas are very dear. Now let's understand cows means what, Brahmanas means what. Cows means is referring to the animal cows, right? It's a very dear animal to Krishna. So he differentiated this animal in many ways. So how, for example, there are crores of demigods in this creation. Now you see, all of them are residing in the body of the cow. Just by worshipping the cow, you see that all the demigods are worshipped. Just by pleasing that cow, all the demigods in this entire creation are pleased. Right? So thereby you see the arrangement, the yajna arrangement between the human beings and the demigods are well established. So Go Rakshak becomes one of the topmost, activity in in the human's life. So it's very important to realize this point. Now Krishna also differentiated. So for example, the stool of all the animals are considered to be inauspicious. You have to discard. If you touch them, you have to take bath, including human beings. Hmm? Including human beings. But in the same time, the stool of the cow is considered to be so auspicious. It is not about antiseptic and other things. It is used as the primary ingredient in the Veda Shastra, in the yajna. Now, in the yajna, when we do oblations, that means when we put things into the yajna, the purification of all the items are also done with the cow urine. So that's how Krishna positioned it. But because of improper intelligence and delusion by Maya, we look at cow as another animal, and they gratify the cow also. Okay, so hence fall of dharma. Okay, now in today's chapter we will see why those two. Now the second topic is who's a Brahmana. Brahmana is not about someone being born in the caste Brahmana. No. In fact, we read in Srimad Bhagavatham that the lineage of Brahmanas who are born, like, for example, my father was a Brahmana, my grandfather was a Brahmana, so I'm also Brahmana, right? So, in this kind of Brahmana, what happens is rather than they taking up spiritual life and practicing and role modeling to the society, they take up material life very strongly. They study very well in their material subjects. They occupy high positions and enjoy the material life. So that means the real Brahminical culture, which is supposed to uphold the society with knowledge, has also fallen down. Right? So that's the situation of this Brahman. But however, in the society today, there are lots of devotees, lots of people who do go Rakshak, lots of devotees and people who learn the Veda Shastra and practice all the aspects of devotion and lead a Brahminical life. So, irrespective of their birth, they become dvijas, they become born twice. First birth is from their parents, the second birth is from their spiritual master. So, by this, they purify their life and then they lead such a life of devotion. And those are the Brahmanas. Now, so Krishna is telling that whoever is dear to the gos and the Brahmanas are very dear to me. Right? So that's why we see whenever we see someone who's practicing Brahminical life, we increase our respects of that person. We serve him. We try to seek blessings from him. Now, when we see a sannyasi, a Vaishnava sannyasi, what do we do? Oh, he is a role model in Brahminical culture. So we seek his respects, we seek his blessings, and that way we progress in our spiritual life. Right? Now, in this chapter, what happens? Time is degrading, right? What does degradation of time means? So we'll read that in this slokas also today. What were the situation in Satyuga and what was the situation in Treta Yuga, then Dwapara Yuga, then Kali Yuga? Time is degrading. When time degrades, what happens? Or when I would say time rotates or Kala Chakra moves, religiosity degrades. That means people practicing religiosity will come down. People adhering to the principles will come down. So this is the problem. And that is the conversation that Dharma is going to explain to Parikshit Maharaj today. Right? So now what is the solution? That is also going to be described. Now what are the ill effects of when religiosity falls down? What happens? That is also going to be discussed. Okay? So we will discuss in detail and then it will also give us a direction. What is our responsibility as a human being being born in this world? Okay? Now, from 12 to 17, we stopped at 12. Okay. So now in this sloka up to 12, the conversation is between the bull, Dharma, and Parikshit Maharaj, where Parikshit Maharaj is asking. Look at this translation. He, Parikshit Maharaj, repeatedly addressed the questions and questions the bull. Thus, O son of Surabhi, who has cut off your three legs? What are the four legs we talked about? The four legs are the four religious principles of, or the codes of laws of nature. You can call it as that. Okay. In the state of kings who are obedient to the laws of Supreme Personality Lord Krishna, there is no one as unhappy as you. That was the kind of kingdom that Parikshit Maharaj was ruling. During the time of Parikshit Maharaj, it was everything God-centric. Whatever were the codes of law, they were practiced fully. And he himself was a role model, Parikshit. And hence, he is asking, in this kingdom, there's no chance of something like this going around. How is that this is happening? Who is the cause of this pain for you? That means, he's asking who's the aggressor. Aggressor means the person who's committing this crime of cutting the legs of the bull. Okay? So, very important point that you need to understand. Parikshit Maharaj is questioning the bull, who is the cause of this aggressor. Okay. So now let's go further. You can read it is, therefore, the next 3 4 slokas are uh, glorifying the bull that, why this should happen. Now, from 17, I'll just move to 17. Okay. In the 16, Prabhupada is establishing what is called as Swadharma. Okay. Now, Swadharma means what is the dharma of an individual and how he should be protected. Okay. What the Shastra says and what is the role of a king in Swadharma is what is being discussed here. Now, what is Swadharma? Is occupational duty, prescribed duty. Okay, according to the scriptures, it's not according to what we think. Okay. Now, there are two factors that I want you to understand. Now, after being born in this world, we are carried away by the situations of this world, right? For example, this material world, it is called material because every development in this world is materialistic in nature. Okay. Military science, space science, economic development, all these things are material in nature. When we say material nature, what happens is people work hard to keep themselves happy within this material world. They want to earn more money because they can have more comfort, more sense gratification. That's what this world is heading to. Now, this is the real nature of this material world. Now, in the material world, when they do this, that means when I'm in a society of 1,000 people, when 999 people do these things of material activities, I assume my prescribed duty is also the same, right? This is called herd mentality. That means a sheep in a herd thinks the same as all other sheep. So Prabhupada gives this example. There's a cow herd or a goat herd that a boy is taking. All the goats will go together. If you notice, it is not that you need to tie them. Without tying, you see all the goats will always be together. One goat will suddenly jump a fence or a stone, or a rock or a trench or something, he'll jump. You will see all other goats, without saying, they'll also jump. This is called as herd mentality. Okay. So similarly, when a living entity is born in this world, he gets into the same herd mentality. He follows the same path of economic activities, material activities, because he sees 99.99% of the people doing it. And he thinks that is his Swadharma. Okay? So Bhagavatam propounds that. Okay? When someone takes that spiritual science and starts reading Bhagavatam, then he will see, oh, Swadharma is not all these economic activities. These economic activities are an aid. What is an aid? They help me to sustain my life, but my life goal is not this, something else. And what is that life goal? Is what Srimad Bhagavatam is describing. So hence, Acharya is concluding that drink Srimad Bhagavatam. Pibatta Bhagavatam Rasamalayam. When Dhruva Maharaj saw Krishna, the beauty, the form of the Lord was so much that he was just drinking every micro aspect of the Lord through his eyes. Thereby, he got completely purified about his Swadharma. So similarly, we devotees must drink Srimad Bhagavatam every day. He should hear Srimad Bhagavatam from glorious personalities, thereby purify one's life. When we purify our life, then the real meaning of Swadharma, that means what is my occupational duty and what is my prescribed duty, will be well explained and understood. Okay? So now what we will do is we'll get into this conversation where we are going to talk about Parikshit Maharaj asking, what is the cause of the concern for suffering? He's asking to the bull. So now bull is going to answer. Now we all think the bull will answer, no, this Kali personality, he's come, he's taken a sword and chopping my legs. But she's not going to say that. Now let's see what she's going to say. Okay. 17.17. Dharma uvacha. Now, see, the bull is speaking. Dharma uvacha. Etadva pandaveyanam yuktam artha bhayam vachaha yesham gunagana krishna Dhautyadau Bhagavan Kritaha. Translation. The personality of religion said, these words just spoken by you befit a person of a Pandava dynasty. Captivated by devotion qualities of Pandavas, even Lord Krishna, the Persian godhead, performed duties as a messenger. Now, look at this statement, very important. Now, one could argue or one could disposition this statement. Hey, how can a bull speak? Now, bull is personified only. It's personified. It is not the bull as in an animal. So one could say, what is the authenticity of Parikshit Maharaj asking such a questionable answering? So hence, she's saying that, Parikshit, you are not ordinary person. You are a lineage of the Pandavas. And what is the glories of Pandavas? The glories of Pandavas are so amazing that even the Lord took the position of a servitude to serve his devotees. Right? Parthasarathi. Lord took the position of a messenger, took the position of a Sarathi, and served the devotees. He says, you're coming from that. That means it establishes the position of Parikshit Maharaj. That is not an ordinary person. Okay? We'll go to the next look. 17 or 18. Navayam klesha bijani yataha suya purusharshaba purusham tam vijanimo vakya beda vimohitaha. Oh, greatest among human beings, it is very difficult to ascertain the particular miscreant who caused our suffering. See, the bull is telling we don't know who's the cause of our suffering because we are bewildered by all the different opinions of theoretical philosophers. Huh? So here, see the cause. Look at the cause she's saying. She's saying we are bewildered by the different opinions of theoretical philosophers. That means what are these theoretical philosophers? Religious code is one, but many religious codes got evolved because people are having what is called as a cheating mentality. Okay. So Prabhupada says, he make a famous statement. If one possesses a cheating propensity, what is cheating propensity? Oh, I want to cheat him of money, cheat him of wealth, cheat him of something. I want to cheat him. That person will be guided by someone to cheat nicely. And that person who's guiding him to do a wrong thing is called as a cheating guru. Okay? Now, Prabhupada is concluding this statement. He's saying, a cheating mentality will possess a cheating guru. That means, according to the state of our mind, according to what we want to do, Krishna will send that guru for us. This is very important. If we are very envious of others, Krishna will send an envious guru to us. And he will teach us how to be envious of others. If we are envious, if we are having the cheating propensity to always cheat people, siphon them of whatever their wealth or whatever it may be, then we'll be guided by a person who is considered as a cheating guru. The guru will land in a destination after his death. The disciple also will land in the same destination as the guru. Both will go to hell. That's what Prabhupada says. So now, look at what the bull is telling. There are different opinions of theoretical philosophers. It says theoretical philosophers. That means they are making up stories according to what they think is whimsical. So this is the most important point to consider. That means when to choose the right religiosity, we should ask the right questions. We should check whether is the religious principle correct. Am I being guided by the right person? Then accordingly our life will change. Okay, now let's read the purport. Can someone read the yellow highlight?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. There are many theoretical philosophers in the world who put forward to their own theories of cause and effect, especially about the cause of suffering and its effect on different living beings. Generally, there are six great Prabhu,
Yeah, just.
philosophers. Kanada, the author of Vaiseshika philosophy, Gautama, the author of logic, Patanjali, the author of mystic yoga, Kapila, the author of Sankhya philosophy, Jaimini, the author of Karma Mimamsa, and Vyasadeva, the author of Vedanta Darshana. Although the bull or the personality of religion and the cow, the personality of the earth, knew perfectly well that the personality of Kali was the direct cause of their sufferings, still, as devotees of the Lord, they knew well also that without the sanction of the Lord, no one could inflict trouble upon them. According to the Padma Purana, our present trouble is due to the fructifying of sin. But even though.
How's your voice is sinking?
No, Prabhu?
Your voice is sinking. Now it's better. Read. According to Padma Purana.
According to the Padma Purana, our present trouble is due to the fructifying of seedling sins. But even those seedling sins also gradually fade away by execution of pure devotional service. Thus, even if the devotees see the mischief mongers, they do not accuse them for the sufferings inflicted. They take it for granted that the mischief mongers is made to act by some indirect cause, and therefore they tolerate the sufferings, thinking them to be God given in small doses, for otherwise the suffering should have been greater. Maharaja Parikshit wanted to get a statement of accusation against the direct mischief monger, but they declined to give it on the above mentioned grounds. Speculative philosophers, however, do not recognize the sanction of the Lord. They try to find out the cause of sufferings in their own way, as will be described in the following verses. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, such speculators are themselves bewildered, and thus they cannot know that the ultimate cause of all the causes is the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. See, this is how the devotees think. The devotees, they always see the hands of the Lord in every activity of their life. That is devotee. A non-devotee never thinks that. Non-devotee keeps on speculating, keeps on coming up with different ideas and theories. This could be that, this could be that, this could be that. That means the God consciousness cannot evolve in the heart of non-devotees. That is the point to conclude. Now, if I say that I'm working in a company, but I did not get promotions, I'm having a tough time in the company, then if I understand that somehow my manager is the cause of my difficulty, the reason could be I'm not doing things properly, or there could be something that I've done that my manager is unhappy with me. If I correct that, then life will be better. If I don't do that, that means I'm directionless. And that's what has happened in this world today. Many theories, many directions have been given. And people, out of their own whimsical thoughts, they go after these directions. Now, why they go after this direction? The previous example we gave was a cheating propensity person will get a cheating guru and his destination will be hell. We discussed that point. So similarly, if our consciousness is pure, if our consciousness is clear and straightforward, then we get a guru accordingly. And that is the key to understand, even in our devotional life. Right? So, getting a guru is also an arrangement of the Lord. It is not that I sit and discuss, okay, I want this person as my guru. No. It is the arrangement of the Lord according to the state of one's consciousness. And this is what is important to understand. Are we getting this point very clearly?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Now, one derivative meaning. The bull still never concluded that the Kali is the one who chopped my leg. What did it say? The Kali could be just an instrument, but there could be a greater force who's inspiring the Kali to do that act for me. That means even the bull is seeing the hands of the Lord. And it is attributing, why am I suffering? Because of my past deeds. My past deeds are fructifying, it's taking shape, and hence I'm suffering. And it is very clear about it. So, this is an aspect of devotion. In the first aspect of devotion is Sambandha. What is Sambandha? Understanding that there is a personality called Supreme Lord that exists, and I exist. There's all these material energies that exist. There are many other personalities that exist. And with this existential criteria, there are certain activities that are born. And I'm part of that activity. This is how a devotee understands. Okay. So now we will go further to see what does a philosophy called Atmanam, right? It is here. Ahur Atmanam, Atmanah. What does this mean? It's very critical to understand this. Okay, let's read this sloka. Kechid Vikalpa Vasana Ahur Atmanam Atmanah Daivimanye Apare Karma Swabhavam Apare Prabhum. Translation. Some of the philosophers who deny all sorts of duality declare that one's own self is responsible for personal happiness and distress. Others say that superhuman powers are responsible, while yet others say that activity is responsible. And the gross middles maintain that nature is ultimate cause. So devotees, they say, Krishna is the cause for everything, both distress and happiness, right? In generally, if you see, when there is distress or when there is a good event that has happened, good thing that has happened in my life, we attribute it to good time for me and everything. But when bad thing happens, they'll attribute to God. Oh, God did not take care of me, right? So this is not a good consciousness from devotion aspect. In devotees think a good event has happened, that's also mercy of the Lord. A bad event happened in my life, that is also mercy of the Lord. How? Oh, for example, let's say a person went on a road and got into an accident. He just got leg fracture or hand fracture and escaped. But the rest of it is fine. A devotee says that I should have been killed in this accident. But somehow Lord was merciful that he just gave a small fracture and made me escape. That means the Lord is trying to give me a message and shake me up from my illusion. So I better change. Right? So that's the aspect of devotional thought. Now, others think jnana, knowledge is responsible. A few other cults of people, they think karma, oh, I did something wrong, that's why it's happening, now I'll do good. So they keep doing what is called as mathematical calculation in their life. Good and bad, good and bad, good and bad. But where is God here? There is no God. So it's karma, but not karma yoga. And what does the materialistic think? Oh, everything is nature. Now I'll control nature. So that's what he's thinking. So hence you see, people have gone into different schools of thoughts. So as devotees, we need to propound this philosophy to people, and that's why preaching becomes one of the topmost activity in the entire realm of devotional life. Hence, Prabhupada called preaching as the essence of devotion. I'll just read this last part alone. But in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord himself declares that he is a source of impersonal Brahman, and therefore he, the personal God, is ultimate cause of all causes. It is confirmed in the Brahma Samhita that Lord Krishna is ultimate cause of all causes. Sarva Karana Karanam. We say, no, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha, Anadiradir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. So, the Shastras conclude, the devotees conclude, the sadhus also conclude that Lord is the cause of all causes. But people who do not have this knowledge, they conclude all other things. Okay? Are we very clear on the subject now?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Good. So now, what is the solution? The solution is Kaitava Dharma. Kaitava Dharma needs to be eradicated. And Bhagavata Dharma should be established. How do you establish Bhagavata Dharma? We should continuously motivate and help people to take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam at all times. By hearing, by reading, by practicing.
What is Kaitava Dharma?
Material life. A life where all other aspects of Dharma except God conscious Dharma is practiced. Okay. So, this is what is to be propounded. Okay, so let's go to the next sloka, 1720. Just a minute. We go to sloka 1720.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhu, in the first chapter, second verse, Dharma Prochita Kaitavotra Paramo
Same.
Saranam. The same, that is Kaitava Dharma is rejected. No, Prabhu, the same thing.
Right.
It is. Am I right, Prabhu?
Yes, you're right. I'm just opening the sloka also for you. Since you raised that question. See, Dharma projita kaitavo atra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. Okay. So, Dharma religiosity completely reject. Kaitava means covered by fruitive intention. When does fruitive intention come? When there is no God consciousness. I want to enjoy. The mood of enjoyment comes in Kaitava Dharma. But what does Bhagavatam propounds? It says rejects. Right? So, look at the translation. Completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated is called Kaitava Dharma. So, Kaitava Dharma means religious activities that are materially motivated. When it is materially motivated, where is God consciousness? There is no God consciousness. So, Srimad Bhagavatam, what is the first statement of Srimad Bhagavatam? It rejects all religious practices which has a material intention. Okay? So, now for example, for example, you all attend many weddings, Sashtipta Purti, then different homas that they perform. You must have attended. Okay? Now you see what the pujari pronounces. The pujari would pronounce that whatever you do, oblations that you offer into the yajna, he will conclude by saying Shatakoti. That means crores and crores of wealth that you will get. He'll say you will get very long life to enjoy this wealth. You will say you will get many children to enjoy the wealth. This is what he will conclude. See, this is the problem. When we don't know who this pujari is, and then he is going to make such slokas and offer the oblations, that the first to last Purnavati that you offer into the Yajnakunta. You make the Purnavati and then you make him to make such slokas and offer. What you're telling is, oh my Lord, I'm performing all this austerity, yajna, everything for what? To be materially opulent. No, but what does Srimad Bhagavatam says? I reject such activities. So what we should do? We should never perform such activities. Is it clear, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So now let's go back. Okay. So now there are also some thinkers who believe that no one can ascertain the cause of distress. This is the sloka we finished. We finished 20, right?
No, Prabhu. We have to do.
Okay. So there are also some thinkers who believe that no one can ascertain the cause of distress by argumentation, nor imagination, nor expression of words. O sage among kings, judge for yourself by thinking over all this with your own intelligence. Okay. So now we talked about some philosophers, they think what this Jnana Marga, Karma Marga, then atheistic Marga, right? So different philanthropic, that is atheistic Marga is more philanthropic. Okay. Put good roads, help old age, help people get material education, like that. Okay, so those things, no. Then second, another batch of people. Okay, he says, we don't know what is right. Whatever you imagine, whatever your mind says, whatever your brain says, use your intelligence to conclude that is what is perfect for you. Okay, so now the Vaishnavas will never believe in such philosophies. What they say, the Lord has given the codes of law. Dharmam tu shakshat bhagavat pranitam. Follow that as the dharmic rules and lead a life. That is the life and the heart of a devotee. Okay. Now, can someone read this yellow line?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hmm.
A living being may forget all that he might have done in his past or present life. But one must know that in the same tree of the material body, the individual soul and the supreme soul as a Paramatma are sitting like two birds. One of them, the living being, is enjoying the fruits of the tree, whereas the supreme being is there to witness the activities. Therefore, the Paramatma features, the supreme soul, is actually witnesses of all activities of the living being, and only by his direction can the living being remember or forget what he might have done in the past. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so there are two parts now here in this, or let's put it as three parts now. So there is the super soul Paramatma, which is accompanying with us all the time. Okay. In second chapter Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada clearly writes, the soul sits beneath the heart. There is a seat beneath the heart and it sits there. And next to the soul is the super soul. The Paramatma is also sitting. Both are sitting next to each other. What's the role of a Paramatma? Two roles. The first role is witness. Whatever the living entity does, yes, I'm the witness. I've seen it. There's no one else need to see it. Okay? Second, based on the state of consciousness of the living entity, the super soul may direct him or may not direct him. Okay? These are the two important things that you need to know. Now, what we will do is, we will just take a document and then we'll write how this works. Okay, we'll write step by step. I'll use an Excel sheet probably.
Oh, can you repeat the 2 points?
I will write now. I'll write now. Okay, so now see, I'm sharing the screen. Yeah. Now let's see what happens. Okay. Now this is the soul here. This is the Paramatma or super soul. Okay. Then we have two other entities called Maya Shakti. Then we have, I'm using terminology so that it will be clear, okay? Or Yoga Maya Shakti or spiritual strength. Okay, so these are the four entities now. Now, how does it happen? Okay, the soul is sitting beneath the heart. Okay, super soul sitting next to soul. Are you all able to see the screen? Should I make it bigger?
Yes, Prabhu.
Little bigger, Prabhu. So see, can able to see.
Now, is it okay? Or more bigger you want?
Now easily seen, Prabhu.
Now is okay now?
Yes, Prabhu.
Good. Okay. So this is three gunas of material world. Cause for running the material world. It also determines the life of a living entity. Okay, This is what Maya Shakti does. What does Yoga Maya Shakti does? It helps one to connect to Lord Krishna. Okay? Then it can supersede Maya Shakti. Okay. So far clear?
Yes, Prabhu.
Anyone has doubts? You please raise your hands so that we can clarify this clearly. Anyone has doubts about what we wrote? Okay, good. So now the soul is sitting beneath the heart, the Paramatma is sitting next to the soul. Okay? And the Maya Shakti does this, Yoga Maya Shakti does this. Okay. So now we'll talk about steps. This is called steps. I call step 1. So let me do one thing. Let me draw a line here. So this yellow is determination. I mean, setting. Okay. That's what yellow does now. Okay. So the first step, right? The soul desires. Okay. So what's a desire? What's the meaning of a desire? Who can help make this statement? What's the meaning of desire?
Whatever you want to get. I want
Accomplished. I want it. Okay. I can say, I want to eat biscuit. That's a desire. I want to go for walking. That's a desire. I want to help this person. That's a desire. Okay. I want to take bath. Desire. Everything is desire. Our entire activity in the day, starting from morning till night, 24 hours, is based on desire. I want to sleep. It's a desire. I want to talk to this person. It's a desire. Okay. So now, whatever is a desire, he sanctions. Okay, say and see. He sanctions. Who sanctions? Paramatma. Oh, you're desiring like this? I will sanction. Then once he sanctioned, what does the Maya Shakti does? It enables.
Executes.
It enables the opportunity for the living entity to perform. Okay. So let's take an example. I want to steal. Okay. So I had the desire. So Paramatma will make an arrangement. You will be able to go to a store or a place or a house or where it may be, where your objects of desire are there and no one around you giving you an opportunity. Okay. The Paramatma sanction, the Maya Shakti made that arrangement for you. Now, if everything is conducive, what will you do? You'll steal, correct? So now, once you steal, so example, I'll write example steals. Steals, then he witnesses and records. Okay, you get the point now? Okay.
What
Now,
is this Egypt?
example. Okay. So seeds of fruitive results are enabled. So our karma has established. So now you see, who's the cause of our activity and result? Who's the cause?
ourselves.
Ourselves. Who has enabled that cause? The Lord. And how did he execute it? Through Maya Shakti. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay. So now I'll do one more example. So now let's say I want to offer.
But Prabhu,
Yes, Mataji.
but here The super soul does not sanction, only witnesses and records.
No, he witnesses, he sanctions, meaning without he does both, Mataji. Without he sanctioning, Maya Shakti won't enable that for him to accomplish the desire.
Oh,
Okay, the opportunity is conducive for you to execute put your hands on your desire is under the sanction of the Lord.
oh. Said,
That means both remembrance, forgetfulness, both by the Lord only.
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay, so this is just an example. Stealing is an example. Okay, now I am taking another example. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, offering bhoga to the Lord. I'm often offer. I want to make some nice jalebis, ladus. I want to make all those things and give it to Lord. Why? I read in the past time that Lord on Sundays would like to eat ladus. Lord loves mango sandesh. Like that I had read. So I developed a desire. So this desire, remember, this column is desire now by the soul. By whom? By soul. Our bhoga to the Lord. What Paramatma does? Sanctions.
Hmm.
He sanctions that also. Okay? Now, who acts now? Now
Maya.
the spiritual. So Maya will not act. So Maya and Yogamaya is actually the same personality. Okay? They are like one is red color, one is green color. You can think like that.
It's a good and bad karmas.
When you want to do things forgetfulness of Krishna, the red color will act. Okay? When you want to do remembrance of Krishna, the green color will act. Okay, you can keep like that. Okay. So now offering bhoga, he is also sanctioning, but he is telling Yogamaya to make arrangements to accept the offering. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So now you see, it looks like same only. If I'm cooking for my husband also, I use the same stove and cooked. But for Lord also, I use the same stove and cooked. So what's the difference? Is what people think. You know, when do they think like that? Because of lack of knowledge. Okay, is this clear now?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
I had a question with respect to one thing, which is karma. Is karma not coming here? As in, why I'm asking that is, I might have a desire to, at one point, like probably at 6 o'clock in the morning, I had a desire to do X, Y, Z things for Krishna. It got sanctioned. Probably Yogmaya helped me in it, but probably at 7 when the results were supposed to come, because of my karmas, I'm not supposed to get that sukruti. So probably something happened by 7, so that such that my desire changes or some time changes and things
Ah.
actually don't go the way they planned. So
Okay, Prabhu. So you asked a question, so my answer is in this column G. Okay.
yeah, thank you.
So gunas are goodness, passion, and ignorance. Okay. So a person in goodness. Okay, state of consciousness is always in goodness for him.
Right.
Okay. He will be able to do or able to execute his desires. This is the benefit of goodness. Okay.
Okay.
Now, passion. Passion is postpone, excuse, and procrastinate, or show off, take credit in doing the service. This is the mood of that person. Now
Okay.
look at this mode of person in ignorance. Okay? He will find fault. He will resign. And he will fight. Then attributes of no cleanliness, no truthfulness, all will demonstrate. This is the mood. So now, why you are able to do, why you are able to do in this manner, why you are not able to do is because of your modes that you are in. So even
Okay.
if you desired, why you are able to execute, why you are not able to execute is determined by the three gunas.
Okay. Okay.
So now what do we say? What our Bhagavata Shastra says, be in goodness all the time. Because it becomes very favorable to perform devotion service.
Okay.
If you are in passion, these are the problems. If you're ignorance, these are the problems. That means even though a person is in desire, even though he desired, okay, I want to offer bhoga to the Lord, but the result will be like this. You got the point?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So now I'll add the next column. Now, how to determine I'll come here. So this determines our gunas. How to determine our gunas? It's our lifestyle, okay? Our association, okay? Our reading of books, okay? Then our Guru's mercy and our offenses. These determine our gunas. Okay? So what is lifestyle? What do I eat? If I eat a lot of, let's say, chilies, I want very spicy food, then my guna is determined to be either passionate or ignorant. If I eat non-veg food, I'll eat more ignorant. I'll become more ignorant. If I eat coffee, tea, I'll be more ignorant. But if I eat nice dal, roti, chawal with ghee offered to the Lord and have it in moderate quantity, I'll be in goodness. So that is lifestyle. If I eat the same good chapati, chawal, ghee, everything prepared, but I eat large quantity, then I'll be in passion.
Okay.
So that is our lifestyle. So lifestyle matters for a devotee. Our association, who are our friends? Whom do we talk to? Whom do we spend time with? That matters. What are we reading? What are we seeing? Do we keep watching ghost movies? Do we keep watching romantic movies? Then what will be our consciousness? What books we read? Do we read Srimad Bhagavatam? Or do we read some atheistic one? Do we read a Tamasic Puranas or do we read Sattvic Puranas? All what we read. Then the Guru tells how to get my mercy. Guru is somewhere, right? Guru is in Mayapur now. For example, my Guru is in Mayapur. I cannot see him every day. So how do I get Guru's mercy? By reading his books, by hearing his lecture, by offering flowers every day to him, by reciting his pranama mantra, by offering my prayers to him. I'll get my mercy from him. Right? If I keep finding fault with my own Guru, see, my Guru did this wrong. He should have done this. This is correct. How can he do this? When we use our brain logic to find fault with my own Guru, then what happens to my consciousness? Okay. Then our offenses, the 10 offenses to the holy name. So these determine our gunas. These tell whether I'm in goodness, whether I'm in passion, whether I'm in ignorance. So, even though I had the intensity to offer bhoga, I had the desire to offer bhoga, these gunas will play a role whether I can do it or not. And hence, it may happen, it may not happen. So, the first step of one is to come into mode of goodness, to remain in mode of goodness all the time. And we should keep in factor these things. Then we will see that our life changes. Is it clear, Prabhuji?
Very good. Prabhuji. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Hare Krishna.
Nice, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Sorry.
Hare. Yeah, who's this?
It's Shyamchandra Prabhu.
Oh, Shivaji Prabhu. Hari Hari. Okay. Okay. So are we clear now?
Prabhu, the last example, that thing you repeat, you said even if you want to offer bhoga, the gunas play a role. Right? Can you just complete the sentence?
So now I want to offer bhoga to the Lord. I want to make garland to the Lord. I want to stitch dress for the Lord. I want to clean the temple of the Lord. I want to do many services for the Lord. Okay. But if I'm thinking, oh, I am the best, I will only do, I'll not allow others to do. I'll finish off before others comes. I'll find fault with what other does, but I'll glorify myself. If I'm in this consciousness, then you see, the result will be material in nature. It won't be spiritual in nature. Because I'm in passion. I'm in a mixed mode of passion and ignorance. Right? So, very important. Now we need to move our guna to the goodness. Stay in the mode of goodness. What is stay in the mode of goodness? Okay. If Lord wills, because Lord inspires everyone's heart. If Lord wills, He will inspire and I will get the service allocation. If I get it, I will do. I'll do my best. I'll postpone all my material activities and I'll do this for the Lord. Because Lord is the primary aspect of my life. When we do this, what happens? Continuously by staying in the mode of goodness, slowly you'll see the influence of Maya Shakti will come down. So here I will write goodness will result in influence Maya to come down. I'll write in capital, bold. Stay in goodness will result in influence of Maya to come down. That means Maya won't influence us much. ಅದು ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. This will lead to transcend, to pure goodness. Okay, what happens in pure goodness? Let's write the qualities of pure goodness first. The first quality of pure goodness is being respectful to others. Second is expression of gratitude for what you have received. Will manifest. I'm talking about, when you start to transcend pure goodness, you will see you are very respectful to others in dealing with others. Your expression of gratitude for what you have received will manifest in your heart very strongly. You will offer prayers. Only when gratitude comes in your heart, you can offer prayers. If there is no gratitude, you can never offer prayers. Be it Guru, Lord, Vaishnavas, subject matter, Prabhupada, whoever it may be. It will be artificial in nature. Okay? Expression of gratitude will manifest in your heart. Okay? The third, your lifestyle will change according to Desha, Kala. What does this mean? I'll give you an example. Now, you are a strict follower of food. You don't eat onion and garlic. Right? Okay. When you're at home, you'll offer bhoga to the Lord. You will eat that prasad and be happy about it. Now you need to travel. While in this material world, there's some material obligations also we need to take care. At the time, what happens? Hey, where will I get sattvic food, man? Lord will make arrangement. You will see things fall in place for you that you will get the right things. It will never be a difficulty. So that means to practice devotional life is never a difficulty. In wherever richer part of the world you are, Lord will make the arrangement for you. That is the beauty. These are all symptoms of transiting into pure goodness. Then, understanding the subject. This will happen. What will happen? Understanding the spiritual matters, the subject matter, more deeper, not in the shallow level. Oh, why Krishna spoke like this? Why the Vaishnavas did like this? Why this event is being done? More and more deeper you'll understand. After understanding that, the Lord sitting as Paramatma in heart, He will reveal the truth. This is what it is. This is what it is. Go in this direction. Which sloka Krishna says?
Ananyastinte.
No. Chatusloka. Which sloka it says?
Eksham satatayo. Tadami buddhi yogam tam.
Tadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti. They are sitting in the heart. I will inspire you with the right direction. Go in this way, you will succeed. Right? So this is what will happen. Then the final result is you will see 10 offenses are protected. Finally, chanting for the holy name. The taste will incrementally increase for you. It leads to prayojana, love of God. This is what your lifestyle, this is how things go. So you see, when you are continuously aspiring to be in mode of goodness, you will see the influence of Maya. That means what is Maya? The three gunas. The goodness, passion, ignorance. These are material gunas, Maya Shakti. They come down. When my influence of Maya Shakti keeps coming down, the transcend process, the Yoga Maya influence on you keep going up. That means slowly you're transferring yourself from goodness to pure goodness. Okay, what are the symptoms? You will start being very respectful to others. Being respectful to others means you will not find fault. You will always express gratitude for what you've been awarded, whether it is small or big. It doesn't matter. Whether it came, for example, you may think that, some other devotee came and gave me this prasadam, Prabhu. I didn't even know this devotee. Don't think that devotee is just blindly coming and giving. Inspired by the Lord, that prasadam is reaching you by that devotee. Please understand that. So express gratitude. Then and there. Being a devotee, or to the person, or to your guru, or to the Lord, or to the situation, express gratitude. Okay? Your lifestyle beautifully will get accommodated according to place and circumstances and time. Don't need to worry at all. Lord will take care. One day I'll give you one story. Once me and Harikshatra Prabhu. You know Harikshatra Prabhu? You all know him?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. He is president for our Whitefield temple. Okay. So about few years back, me and Harikshatra were sitting together and chatting. We were chatting for quite some time. Then I told Prabhu, today is fasting till 12 o'clock and today is Ekadasi. So are you fasting? I asked him. Then he said, oh Prabhu, don't worry about all those things, Prabhu. I don't need to worry. I said, why? You're supposed to fast. How come you're saying you need to worry? He said, Prabhu, I'm in the temple. I'm a brahmachari, I'm in the ashram. Okay. So if it is Dwadasi, they'll cook feast. When I go to eat, I'll eat feast. On regular days, they'll serve regular prasadam, so I'll eat regular prasadam. On Ekadasi, they'll serve non-grain prasadam, so I'll eat non-grain prasadam. So I don't need to worry, Prabhu. Timings, what to eat, content, everything they'll take care. All by the mercy of the Lord. This is a statement he made. Isn't it amazing it is? Right? So, you see how according to the place and circumstances we are in, the Lord will make arrangements very conducive for us. That's the beauty. Okay? When you read Srimad Bhagavatam, you'll understand it more. Very one shot, you'll understand the whole thing. Oh, this is very nice, Prabhu. You will interpret, oh, this is what Prabhupada said that time, this is what Prabhupada said now, this is what the Lord is saying now. Okay, let's change. You'll go deeper in your spiritual understanding. You'll be able to speak about the matter very well. Then you will see you will not a violator of the 10 offenses. Most of the time, the 10 offenses you will uphold, at least to a large extent. Okay? When all these things happen, what happens? The taste for chanting will increase. You want to chant more. You will never miss your 16 rounds. All these things will happen. And by continuous practice of the above, you will definitely achieve what is called love of God. Okay? So this is how this entire scheme of arrangement is structured. One should know this very well. The conclusion is this. Paramatma who's sitting in the super soul next to you is the sanctioner. But you should be careful what you desire. You desire very beautifully, the results are beautiful. If you desire very poorly, your results are also very poor. And accordingly, it cascades the entire life of one's. So, always think good, desire good, be in always remembrance of the Lord, be in the expression of gratitude, and carry on with your devotion life. That is what is required. Okay? Any questions?
Only
Uh,
it was a wonderful class and you made us understand things so well. I think we remember, and thank you so much for the wonderful.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, one small question. Prabhuji, just want to ask, desire and sanction, what you told, sometimes God is have some plan. Suppose somebody is desire something, so God can change the desire. Like
God
for
doesn't
example of
intervene in that manner. He only advises you. For example, Arjuna desired.
okay, just sorry, Prabhuji. Suppose at the time of Duryodhan, so Duryodhan, why can't Krishna changed his desire? So Mahabharata might have been not.
Correct. That's what the same question I'm addressing. I'll address with Arjuna first. Arjuna desired to be victorious in the battle, and hence he prepared for the battle. Then, when he came to the battlefield, he saw all these people are there. I don't want to kill all of them and sit in the Simhasana. I don't want to do this. So he decided not to fight. Okay? He decided to fight, he decided not to fight. Now, what did Krishna do? Did he tell Arjuna, Arjuna, you better fight now, otherwise I'll going to kill you? Did he tell that? No. He only educated Arjuna as to what are the pluses and minuses of this life. He gave the Bhagavad Dharma to him. When the knowledge was given, he told Arjuna, now you decide. So first, Arjuna's decision was ignorance based. Then he spoke the Gita. Then again he is asking Arjuna, now you decide. Arjuna said, okay, now I am deciding based on the knowledge. Now I am eradicated with all the ignorance out of my heart. So Arjuna decided, I will fight. Because he understood the highest dharma. So similarly, the Lord will give the direction to you, but choice is yours. That is the independence the Lord gives to every living entity. Choose what you want. You will get your results accordingly. This is a very important point the Lord is trying to make.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you very much for the lovely class, Prabhu. Especially the chart has been very, very helpful because just a class we would not remember so well. Now it is sort of fixed in the head, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
And Prabhuji, can you share proof?
Yeah, we'll put this in our groups as a document only. You can keep it for yourself and do whatever. How you can use it for your preaching or for your change of your journey of your spiritual life. You can do all these things. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Any other questions? We are done with today's class. Any other questions? Okay. So today we have 8 o'clock class by His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj at the temple. Bhakti Vikas Maharaj is a proper disciple, and he's a great, is a great devotee. He has established his place in Salem, Tamil Nadu. Beautiful temple, a big temple has come up there. And he's written many books. Many books he's written. Maharaj is very strict with his activities on spiritual life. That's why you see his devotees are also, try to follow very high standards. Okay, that's the Maharaj viewpoint, and that's Maharaj lifestyle. So it's good to take his association. So please come to temple at 8 o'clock. If not possible, at least attend the class online. Okay, and take his association online. Okay, so we'll end here.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhupada. And today we have our second session at the VVN school. We're going to take chapter 2, the first half of chapter 2 today to the teachers. So 52 teachers registered and about 32, 33 are attending now, including the principal and the trustee. We are trying our level best to make a change in the consciousness of the teachers. If we succeed here, we can do many wonders. So I'm seeking prayers of all of you so that this preaching activity of ours should succeed. Okay, so that's our humble request. And what else? And tomorrow onwards, Radhesham Prabhu is here in Bangalore. 4 days he's going to give classes. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So he's going to speak on 4 different topics in a continuous series. So don't miss the series. Attend all 4 classes. You can attend online, you can come physically, no problem. But all the classes are in the morning, 8 to 9 a.m. Okay? So do that. And tomorrow is also Pusha Abhisheka. We'll be offering lots and lots of flowers to the Lord. Okay? So come and participate for the festival too. Okay? So we'll end the class here. Thank you for all your association in the morning. Yes, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Bhakti Vikas Maharaj, His Holiness, direct disciple of Srila Prabhupada. What was his earlier name, Prabhu?
No idea, Mataji. You can search on the internet. You search in ISKCONleaders.com. ISKCONleaders.com.
ISKCON leader. Okay.
Yeah, there his profile will be put, his name and what is past education, schooling, everything will be put there. Then maybe you will know from there.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरुदेव की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे,
Hare Hare.
पांचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, वैष्णव ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम तत्सत। Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Prabhu, we will chant once, Prabhu, for the success of your
Yeah,
today's.
please. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Prabhu.
Dandavat
Dandavat
Pranam
Pranam.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Dandavat.
Dandavat Pranam,
Thank
Prabhu.
you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Pranam, Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavata Pranam Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam
Krishna,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Prabhu.
Prabhuji.
Dandavat
Dandavat
Pranam.
Pranam,
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.